Hi readers, it's so nice to see you again. To introduce today's topic, Miss Sarah has a short story to tell you. Once, when I was 8 years old, I was so tired when I came home after school that I took a nap. I slept for so long that by the time I woke up, it was already dark outside. I came out of my room yawning and groggy, and my dad said, "Sarah, oh my goodness, there's a solar eclipse happening right now. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and you're going to be late for school." Wow. After I looked closer at the clock, I realized that it wasn't 8 o'clock in the morning. It was 8 p.m. at night, and there was no solar eclipse. My dad had played a prank on me. I learned a very important lesson that day. It's important to always tell the difference between facts, or things that are true, and opinions. Good readers look out for this when they're reading nonfiction stories. Facts are, if we look at this poster, facts are things that we can find in texts. They're observed and proven. Facts also don't change. For example, I can see if I said the grass is green. Well, that's something that we can see. It's something observed. Or if I told you 2 plus 2 equals 4, that's something we can prove by acting it out with objects. Opinions, on the other hand, are our thoughts or our feelings, and they can change over time. I might try to convince you that dogs are better than cats, but you might disagree. That's just something that Miss Sarah believes. I could also tell you that sushi is the best food in the world, and maybe that's what I believe today, but tomorrow I might actually think that pizza is the best food in the world. When we read our nonfiction books, we can look for clues, things like dates, numbers, dates, numbers, things that talk about science. Those are all indicators that we're reading a fact. An opinion, on the other hand, might have words like believe or think or best. That would tell us that we're actually seeing an opinion and not a fact or something that is 100% absolutely true. To help us out today, I brought a very special story about one of Miss Sarah's favorite animals, the emperor penguin. This book is called The Emperor's Egg, and it's written by Martin Jenkins. It's a nonfiction book. Even though it has illustrations in it, it has a lot of true facts about penguins that we'll read. But some of the things the author said are just opinions. So as you listen, I want you to think, what are some facts, some new pieces of information you learn about penguins, and what are just opinions that the author is sharing with us? So find a comfy spot as I get started on today's read aloud. Down at the very bottom of the world, there's a huge island that's almost completely covered in snow and ice. It's called Antarctica, and it's the coldest, windiest place on Earth. Here we can see a map with an arrow pointing to where Antarctica is in our world. It's hard to imagine anything actually living there. But wait, what's that shape over there? It can't be. Yes! What do you think it is, readers? It's a penguin! It's not just any old penguin either. It's a male emperor penguin, the biggest penguin in the world. And he's doing a very important job. He's taking care of his egg. Male emperor penguins are about 4 feet tall, and female penguins are a little smaller. He didn't lay the egg of himself, of course. I wonder who laid the egg, readers. Oh, his mate did that just a few weeks ago, but very soon afterwards, she turned around and waddled off to sea. That's where female emperor penguins spend most of the winter, swimming about, getting as fat as they can, eating as much as they can, and generally having a very nice time, as far as we can tell. Emperor penguins eat mainly fish, squid, and shrimp-like animals called krill. This leaves the father penguin stuck on the ice with his egg. Now, the most important thing about egg sitters is to stop your egg from getting cold. That means it has to be kept off the ice and out of the wind. And what better way to do that than to rest it on your feet and tuck it right underneath your tummy, which is just what the father penguin does. And that's how it'll stay for 2 whole months until the egg is ready to hatch. Can you imagine it standing around in the freezing cold with an egg on your feet for 2 whole months? That's a long time for the father penguin to sit on his egg. What's more, there's nothing for the father penguin to eat on land. And because he's egg sitting, he can't go off to the sea to feed. So that means for 2 whole months with an egg on your feet, you will be without any dinner or breakfast or lunch or snacks. I don't know about you, but I'd be very, very miserable. Miss Sarah would be miserable too, sitting for 2 whole months without any food. Luckily, the penguins don't seem to mind. They like to find a nice slope and slide on their tummies, pushing themselves along with flippers, always remembering that they can take care of their egg and trying hard not to bump into each other. And that's how the father penguin spends his winter, until one day he hears a chip, chip, chip. Readers, who do you think that is making that sound? Oh, his egg is starting to hatch. It takes a day or so, but finally the egg cracks right open and out pops a baby chick. All right, readers. In that story, we learned a lot of facts about emperor penguins. So we're going to play a quick game. And remember, when we're thinking about facts, facts don't change, whereas opinions can change. If you think the sentence is a fact or something that can be observed and proven, you'll make this book sign with your hands. If you think that the sentence is an opinion, you'll make the shape of a heart out of your hands. Let's practice. Show me what you do if it is a fact. Nice. Opinion. Great. And if you are ready for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh, Miss Sarah's just playing around. I'm very hungry today, listening to all this talk about food. All right, here is our first sentence. Fact or opinion, readers. Antarctica is a huge island at the bottom of the world covered in mostly snow and ice. Show me fact or opinion in 3 and 2 and 1 and 0. Yes, that's right. This is a fact because the author told us that Antarctica is a huge island. It's something that we can see if we were to look on a map. It's something that we can observe, and scientists who have gone to Antarctica can see that it's covered in mostly snow and ice. Next one. Male emperor penguins are about 4 feet tall. Show me fact or opinion. Go. Nice job, readers. That's another fact. I see here that this number clue, 4 feet tall, is a piece of information that usually tells us we're looking at a fact. Next one. We think female penguins have a nice fun time in the winter. When I say go, tell me, is that a fact or opinion? Go. Ooh, this was a tough one. It's actually an opinion, readers. And it's an opinion because we can guess that they're having a nice, fun time, but we don't know for sure. This word think also tells us that this is what the author believes to be true. Female emperor penguins lay one egg in May or June. When I say go, tell me, is this a fact or opinion? Go. That's right, readers. It's a fact. It's a fact. I see both this number clue, one egg, which tells me how many, and I see some information about the time of year. This is something that, again, scientists can see. May and June is usually when the female emperor penguins lay their eggs. Last one. I'd be very miserable as a male penguin sitting on my egg in the cold without any food. When I say go, tell me, is it a fact or opinion? Go. That's right, readers. This is an opinion. While I think most of us would be pretty miserable as a male penguin, we don't know that to be true. That's just something that we believe. And if we were dressed well enough for the winter, maybe we would feel differently. All right, when you're reading your nonfiction books this week, I want you to keep an eye out for facts and opinions in your books. Great job reading with me today, and good luck on the rest of your work this week.